to give us a icebreaker titled, "What do I want to be when I grow up?" This is number 1 out of the Competent Communications Manual. Timekeeper, 4 to 6 minutes. Wes Rue.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. What do you want to be when you grow up? That's a question a lot of us ponder. I remember back when I was quite young in high school and college, never thought much about that because I was too busy enjoying life, having fun. But it is a really good question that we should answer someday. But that brings me to now. Before we can answer that question, though, sometimes we got to think about where we've been, and maybe with that we can decide who we want to be. And so at this point, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then about some of my goals that I've set for myself in life. I was born in Denton, Texas, which is a little town north of Dallas, about 30 miles. I was born up on the hill. And up on the hill was where the hospital was. If you was born in Denton or any of the surrounding towns, you were probably born on the hill. You was born during the 50s or 60s. My parents, my dad was from Denton, my mom was from another local town nearby. They met on a blind date, and the rest is history. I've got 2 younger brothers, both of them just great guys. We had a lot of fun as kids. I think we had a really happy family growing up. We did a lot of stuff together, did a lot of hunting and fishing, just a lot of outdoors activities. You know, we were really blessed to be able to get out and do as much as we did. One of the big events at the end of the summer was opening day of dove season. This is a big event some of you guys may know or participate in that. During the springtime, we'd go fishing, go crappie fishing, just go out, get outside, and the camaraderie of just being around family and friends was always a lot of fun. After high school, I went out and played some college baseball a couple of years for Ranger Junior College. I was a big baseball player. I enjoyed that, and after I finished there, I came back to North Texas and worked on my marketing degree. And when I was going to school, I remember thinking back, I had to work, put myself through school, and that was, looking back, I would work nights, go to school during the day, and that was pretty tough. And I sometimes wondered, how did we do that? I don't know, but we did. And it was fun times. Also, one of the other part-time jobs I did in college was I was a sports official. Enjoyed playing sports, so being an official seemed like the next thing to do. I officiated for over 30 seasons worth of basketball, baseball, and football. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Some people always ask me, how do you put up with those fans always screaming and hollering at you? And I always said, well, as long as they stay in the stands and don't throw anything, they paid their money, they can do what they want to do. That brings me to the story, though, my famous officiating story. One night, I was on the court, and I just made a big block charge call at half court, and I signaled to the scores table, and I turned around, and there was fans standing there looking at me in the eye, just telling me how sorry I was and what he thought about me. And I was shocked at first, and then I realized that we'd had a cop, uniformed police officer at the front gate, and I started smiling because I knew that we were going to play more basketball until he was escorted out. So, after college, though, I went to work in sales for a couple of years. I enjoyed that, but like a lot of us, I came to a point where I wasn't sure what I wanted to do next, so I went back to school, went to grad school, and I got my MBA at North Texas. And then afterwards, I went to work for the Boeing company. I worked for them for about 10 years, and I enjoyed working all aspects of the production facility there. I built parts and stuff that went into airplanes, military, commercial, and it was just a lot of fun. Worked for Boeing for 10 years, and I worked for a couple of years. And that, back in 04 and 06, we had 2 of the worst disaster years in the history of our nation. It was just really rewarding to be able to help people during tough times like that. But since we had no disasters last year, my work got slow, and so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to go live somewhere different. And so here I am in Austin. That brings me to Austin. And I just feel blessed to be here. I've already found a church home, made some good friends, found the best Toastmasters club in town. So things are going good. And there's only one thing that's lacking, and that's for me finding that job. So that J-O-B. One of the main areas I'm searching in is trying to find work with the state, possibly the Department of Public Safety, the Department of Transportation, or the Lower Colorado River Authority. Those are 2 areas I'm looking in. And if any of you have any leads for me, I'd welcome them. But then that brings me to today. I enjoy being here where I am. I enjoy Austin area, and I just enjoy just the life that I experienced down here in Austin. So, with all that said and done, that brings me back to the amicable question of what I want to be when I grow up. And I thought about that, and I decided, well, there's 3 things I want to be, try to be every day now that I'm grown up, and I want to share those with you. First off, every day I strive to be a good friend, a good coworker to the people around me. Number two, I always look for opportunities to be a leader, to lead whenever the opportunity arises. In the meantime, I just tend to strive to be a good team member, whatever group I'm working with. And the third thing that I strive to be every day is I just strive to be a good person, a good example to others through my words, my actions, and my deeds. So that's the answer to what I want to be when I grow up. Mr. Toastmaster.